Imagine a wrestling tournament where the winner doesn't just get a trophy, a title shot, or a plastic crown. They get a massive medieval broadsword. In the United States, we have the King of the Ring from WWE. But down in Mexico, Lucha Libre AAA has something that is arguably wilder, bloodier, and more chaotic. It's called Rey de Reyes, the King of Kings. And what if I told you that this specific event is where AEW and AAA officially joined forces thanks to Cody Rhodes? Or where the Young Bucks pulled off one of the biggest international title heists of their careers? Or where Jeff Jarrett won the whole thing with the help of Abyss. Stick around because today we're diving deep into the history, the legends, and the absolute chaos of AAA's Rey de Reyes. Hello, I'm Eric, here to talk everything Lucha Libre. Welcome, and let's talk Lucha. If you want to understand the modern landscape of Lucha Libre, you have to know and learn about Rey de Reyes. Usually held every March, this is AAA's way of kicking off the year with this first big event with a bang. But the question is, what exactly is Rey de Reyes? The concept of Rey de Reyes started back in 1997. The classic format is an absolute gauntlet. You take 16 wrestlers, split them into 4 separate 4-way elimination matches, and the 4 survivors face off in one final elimination match that exact same night. It is exhausting, it is brutal, and your prize is to be crowned Rey de Reyes. You are handed that legendary sword, and you are instantly catapulted into the main event scene, usually securing a future shot at the AAA Mega Championship. Over the years, the tournament has crowned absolute legends. You've got Mexican icons like Latin Lover, Canek, Cibernético, Abismo Negro, and modern viral sensations like El Hijo del Vikingo and Penta taking the sword. But we cannot talk about Rey de Reyes without mentioning the undisputed master of the tournament, the legendary La Parka. And no, I'm not talking about LA Park, the famous chairman of WCW. I'm talking about AAA's La Parka, the second version, the absolute heart and soul of the company. La Parka didn't just win this tournament once, he didn't win it twice. He won the Rey de Reyes and unmatched 5 times between 2001 and 2014. Whenever March rolled around, you just knew La Parka was coming for that sword. But the Rey de Reyes isn't just for homegrown talent. This tournament has a long history of international stars crashing the party and stealing the spotlight. Let's rewind to 2004 when TNA and AAA had a working relationship, which meant Jeff Jarrett crossed the border to compete. And in the most spectacular, dirty, peak heel Jeff Jarrett way possible, he actually won the entire tournament by defeating the Mexican Shawn Michaels, Latin Lover, with the help of Abyss. Fast forward to 2019 and the landscape of Lucha Libre was changing again. Rey de Reyes 2019 in Puebla is a mandatory watch for any modern wrestling fan. First off, you had Cody Rhodes showing up as a special guest. He didn't wrestle, but he walked down the ramp, grabbed the mic, and officially announced the historic partnership between the newly formed All Elite Wrestling and AAA. He was eventually interrupted by Conan and Los Mercenarios, setting the stage for years of cross-promotional warfare. If you thought MJF's first time in a big Mexican promotion was in La Arena Mexico with CMLL, you have to know that as a result of this partnership, he wrestled in AAA alongside Cody Rhodes, facing Daga and today's Beast Mortos. Going back to Rey de Reyes 2019, later that exact same night, the Young Bucks shocked the world. They showed up unannounced, challenged the Lucha Brothers, Penta and Phoenix, and actually defeated them to win the AAA World Tag Team Championships right there on Mexican soil. They did it right after Penta and Phoenix had won the championships in a typical heel move. But you have to remember that AAA doesn't just crown kings, they also crown queens. I cannot talk about this event without talking about the Reina de Reinas, the Queen of Queens. Now this can get a little confusing for newer fans, so let me explain. From 1999 to 2009, Reina de Reinas was a tournament just like the men's, held to crown a queen for the year. The legendary Xochitl Hamada, daughter of the legendary Gran Hamada, won the very first one, and icons like Lady Apache dominated the early 2000s. Eventually, AAA realized the women's division was so stacked that the Reina de Reinas needed to be a full-time, year-round world championship. But out of respect for tradition, that title is almost always defended at the Rey de Reyes event. It's the stage where legends like Fabi Apache cemented their legacies and where international stars like Taya Valkyrie proved they could run the division. So the next time you see a highlight of a luchador swinging a giant sword, you know exactly what it means. Rey de Reyes isn't just a tournament, it's the launching pad for the next phase of the company, and historically, it's the exact place where the wrestling world outside of Mexico collides with Lucha Libre. I left the links to the 2019 Rey de Reyes event in the description, it's right here on YouTube. Follow me to learn more about Lucha Libre and let me know in the comments who you want to see crowned as the next Rey de Reyes.